Today I'll be reviewing for you the textured cream from Brightside. This is a new product and a new brand for us here on the channel. I've actually been chatting with this brand for the past few months or so. I've really kind of gotten to know them, at least through email anyway, a little bit before agreeing to do this review. And they've got some really nice guys behind their stuff, some really knowledgeable folks as well. And since this is their first appearance here with us, I thought we might start with a bit of a brand bio, a little introduction before I jump straight into the review. And before I forget to, you are going to want to stay tuned to the end for a nice little giveaway on what we're talking about today. So make sure you stay tuned for that if you want to win some free stuff. But for now, this once again is Brightside, which according to their site is a California barber-based brand that says really at the heart of their brand, their company, the Brightside is an attitude towards living, a calm state of mind, and an active lifestyle. This is something I think is really cool, and I think their site very much reflects that attitude. And in reading about their journey from where they started to where they are today, it says that they spent over 3 years testing and custom formulating what they call the most effective combinations of clean and premium ingredients that both work and benefit hair and skin. Now, in total, their line is pretty developed, I think, for a newer brand. I don't know if you want to call them a new brand, new-ish brand, I should say, but it's a very developed line. They've got a few jarred stylers there, a discovery kit where you can try all 3 stylers out before you commit to a full-size jar, and a really cool-looking sea and salt and clay surf spray. I think this is really cool. We're going to talk about the packaging at some point in the video because I love the unique packaging on this brand. I'm really into presentation myself, so I think this is a really cool thing to talk about. We are going to focus mostly today, though, on one product, the textured cream, which the brand actually says is a must-have for your styling kit. They describe this on their site as a proprietary blend of diatomaceous earth, kaolin clay, silica, and bentonite clay that offers a lightweight hold, a matte finish, and good texture. It is also, in fact, a water-based formula, even though it has all of that going on there. Price-wise, we are looking at $23 for 2.5 ounces. Moving over to the fragrance now, looking at the scent here. This is like driving me absolutely nuts a little bit. I love the scent. The scent is like a light citrus cologne. That's how I would describe it. What's driving me nuts about it is the fact that I know I've smelled this somewhere. Like it's something that I have smelled. You know, I've done so many freaking reviews at this point that I don't always know instantly where I've seen or smelled something, but I know I've smelled this somewhere. Other than that, it's a really nice choice for the fragrance. It's not intrusive. It's not offensive. It's a nice, light, fresh citrus cologne. So I think that was a really good choice. Looking inside the jar here now on this one, we are met with a nice and satisfying consistency, I think. Just by looking at the label or looking at the product, you might think it's a creamy product. You know, it might be more of a cream. This is actually on the thicker / spongier side. It's quite nice, actually. It's very smooth out of the jar and even smoother in the breakdown in the hand. It's really nice. I keep saying that over and over again, but that's really how I feel about it. And hopefully it comes across on camera how smooth it just spreads. And really, when I see stuff like this, you know, how smooth it spreads into the hand, that is a classic barber move for me. A slick product that can, you know, come out of the jar really easily, break down smooth, and become ready to run into the hair immediately. That's a classic barber move to me that I can really, after, you know, reviewing all of these freaking products, I can tell when something has been designed this way. I'm going to show you how that translates now into actually styling when we move over to the demo, which we're going to do right now. I am going to be testing this one today on dry hair as usual, my usual go-to styling method. I am growing my hair out right now, so I think a slick back is going to be the goal here. I think it's also a good proper test for this product because we can not only just test the style, how the final result comes out, we can test things like the structure, the actual hold, the endurance afterwards. And what I can tell you here from the beginning is this stuff goes into the hair like butter. It's so smooth. It's not tugging, it's not pulling, but it's also providing structure immediately. Like somehow it leaves the hair feeling not tug and sticky, tacky at all. Very, very smooth. But once it enters the hair, it latches on and suddenly pops out with hold. It like feels stronger in the hair than it does in the hand. It's a little bit mesmerizing to see in person, actually, to see it actually make that little transformation. Very cool feature about this product here. I do want to point out, though, that I am having to use a couple of scoops, though. I will discuss this more at the end, but I'm in at about 3 scoops at this point. This is the result that you're seeing with about 3 scoops. And once I got past that, the comb and brush work was butter, smooth, easy. I think really that just adds to my point of this being a barber designed product, because that's what you would picture in a barber chair, you know, not having a bunch of resistance, getting a quick and easy style with either the fingers or the tools, you know, coming out with a really good outcome. I think that's what we got here. Let's check this out now though, 8 hours into the day. My hair is a little annoying right now, so this is a good test of this product's skills, and I think overall it did fairly well. I do think we have a little bit of loosening there, especially on the sides, maybe just a tad. You can probably see that coming across on camera, but check out what happens when I just give it a little rework. Just move it around a little bit. All of that hold is still very much present without having to add in more product. It's all still basically there. It just kind of loosened a little bit, which means it just needs a little bit more reshaping with your tools or even just your fingers. I think this is very much worth noting, and I will definitely be discussing this more in my final thoughts. Before that, now we got to talk about the washout. This one was a very easy explanation, straight water rinse. Just came straight out, just water, which was really not surprising to me at all, but you know, still obviously worth noting. Came right out of the hair, just water, no issues there whatsoever. Time now though for my final thoughts before our giveaway. This to me was a really good introduction to this brand. I think looking at this one was a good choice to just kind of dive into this brand and their lineup. And I do have a few things I want to point out that I've mentioned throughout the video here. The first being their packaging. And to keep it short, I think their packaging is great. I think it's really good. I see so many products just even weekly, monthly, you know, it's so many products in a huge pool of the same jar, the same lid, or a black and white color scheme. These guys kind of stand out to me a little bit. They do have the charcoal thing, but they've got the colors going on. They're using a different package. They're using a different jar. They're using a definitely a different sprayer. I think I've seen something like this somewhere in the past, but I definitely do not see it often. So I think that was a really nice touch there. And like I said a second ago, I just really appreciate when brands have a good grasp on the presentation for the customer. I really appreciate when they pay attention to those things, and I hope to cover more of these in future episodes because I think everything so far looks very well designed. As far as the texture cream goes, our focus for today, I was pleasantly surprised to see this was just not a run-of-the-mill cream. I think the term cream has just really been over applied to things, especially in the last few years. I mean, I'm guilty of it myself. I have a product called wax cream. So I do think it's kind of like a trend, where a lot of people have jumped on it. Everybody's got a cream now. What was nice to see here, though, is that this was not just a standard cream or something that they threw together. There was some actual design behind this formula. There was some intent put into this formula. In my personal opinion on it, what we have here is a matte paste. That is a term that I'm using because that is what we here on the channel know from the hundreds of products we've looked at together, me reviewing and you watching. We've looked at so many different products that are just like this, and they fall into that matte paste category. But where this one differs a little bit is those little details, like how easy it spreads and applies, how great that endurance is. Those are barber-infused details, in my opinion. Think about when you go to the barber or the salon, if you see a stylist like I do. They make it easy to get a great result fast. They want to make sure that you leave knowing that you look incredible. That's their goal. They want to do that, and they got to get people in and out of the chair, so they got to do it fast. That's kind of what I'm seeing here, is very meticulously designed details in the formula, designed to give really good outcomes and to give it to you consistently and quickly. Of course, I do have a couple pieces of criticism, though. I try to do that with all of the products I look at. I would say the first piece of criticism would be hold strength. They do call this a lightweight hold, and I do think that that's accurate, hence why I needed about 3 scoops in my hair. I just think, though, my gut is telling me if this had just a little bit more hold in it, this would be so much better. It would be a ton better. The texture was also a little light in my hair too, but that could also be hair type specific. I guess the hold could be as well, depending on which way you want to look at it. Meaning if you have finer hair or thinner hair, you likely wouldn't have to use as much product as I did, and you might have some differing results. So I guess keep that in mind as well, based on your hair type. Just as always, that pretty much applies to almost every product out there, but that's no different here. Overall, though, I do have to say I'm very impressed with what I see, and I hope really to get a chance to look at the other ones in future content. I hope I have had the opportunity and the time to look at the rest of them. I think this is a very cool brand, and I'm excited to see where we go from here. The final verdict, though, is up to you on this one. And if you'd like to check this out for yourself, the textured cream from Brightside, I will leave a link in the description down below, along with a coupon code. I believe we've got a coupon code to save you a little money. That's just from the brand to you to save you a little money if you want to check these out. Before we close out the video, though, as promised, we will be doing a giveaway. I'm going to run it the same way I have run almost all of my giveaways and do it right here in the comment section. Our prizes today, though, will be one unused, not the one I used, one unused jar of the textured cream, the focus of today's review, and one discovery kit from the brand, complete with not only the product we talked about today, but the other two that we haven't yet talked about. So you will get a little advanced look at their products with this kit. The rules are the same as always. One, you must be a subscriber. You must like this video. I almost messed up. You must comment down below where you're watching from. That's the three rules. It's always the same 3 rules. Keep it consistent. Follow those things and you might be chosen as the winner. Winner is chosen at random. Anyone can enter worldwide, and I will pick a winner 1 week from today. That's what we're going to do. 1 week from today, we'll choose a winner. That's it for today. Thanks so much for checking this out with me. Best of luck in the giveaway. Take it easy. I'll see you next time.